Welcome to HypnoHelix, where science, dreams, and dreams breathe life. Here, we explore the mysteries of the mind, the soul, and everything in between. So, find your quiet corner, let curiosity guide you, and let's drift together into the stories your heart has been waiting to hear. The mystery of dreams. Dreams are a world where our soul and mind meet in the darkness of night, weaving stories often beyond our understanding. Every human being experiences dreams at some point in life, but have you ever wondered what these dreams really are? Why do we dream? And what significance do dreams hold for us? Throughout human history, dreams have held a special place. From ancient civilizations to modern science, dreams have always fascinated us. Sometimes they were believed to be messages from the gods. Other times, reflections of our mental state. The history of dreams in ancient Egypt and Babylonia. Dreams were considered important messages. Kings and rulers would have their dreams interpreted to guide their rule and military strategies. The famous Greek philosopher Aristotle also studied dreams, but his view was that dreams were merely signs of mental states, not divine messages. In today's world, the most influential theories on dreams come from psychologists like Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung. According to Freud, dreams express our hidden emotions and desires. Jung viewed dreams as a source of mental archetypes and spiritual guidance. The science of dreaming is one of the most fascinating functions of the human brain. Yet it remains one of the greatest scientific mysteries. Modern research has shown that dreams occur primarily during a stage of sleep called REM, rapid eye movement sleep, when brain activity is almost as intense as when we are awake. But what exactly happens in the brain during this time, and why? The brain and sleep. Cycle sleep is divided into several stages: light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. REM sleep is where most vivid dreaming occurs. During REM, our eyes move rapidly under the eyelids, and our brain waves become fast and irregular, resembling wakefulness. This intense activity is linked to the vivid images, emotions, and stories we experience as dreams. Theories about why we dream. Scientists have proposed various theories to explain the purpose of dreaming. Activation synthesis theory. This theory suggests that dreams result from the brain trying to make sense of random neural activity during REM sleep. The brain synthesizes this activity into a narrative, creating a dream. Memory consolidation. Another idea is that dreaming helps the brain process and store memories. During sleep, the brain organizes experiences from the day, transferring important information into long-term memory, and dreams might be a byproduct of this process. Emotional processing. Dreams may help us process emotions, especially difficult or unresolved feelings. They provide a safe space for the mind to explore fears, anxieties, and desires, which can improve emotional health. Psychological and emotional aspects of dreams are often called the window to the subconscious. They reveal hidden parts of our mind that we might not be fully aware of during our waking hours. Unlike the conscious mind, which processes reality logically and deliberately, the subconscious speaks in symbols, emotions, and images. The very language of dreams. Dreams as a mirror of the subconscious mind. Carl Jung believed that dreams are a direct link to the unconscious mind. He described dreams as messages from the deeper layers of our psyche, offering insight, warnings, or guidance. According to Jung, the subconscious mind holds archetypes, universal symbols, and themes shared across cultures, which appear in dreams in various forms, such as animals, shadows, or heroes. For example, dreaming of water might symbolize emotions, or the unconscious itself, while a shadow figure could represent parts of ourselves that we refuse to acknowledge. These symbols are not literal but deeply metaphorical, requiring interpretation to understand the dreamer's inner world. Theory: dreams as wish fulfillment. Sigmund Freud suggested that dreams are a disguised expression of our repressed desires and wishes. In his famous book, The Interpretation of Dreams, Freud explained that our conscious mind often suppresses unacceptable thoughts and desires, but these find a way to surface in our dreams in symbolic form. For instance, a dream about flying might represent a desire for freedom, while being chased could reveal anxiety or guilt. Nightmares and recurring dreams. Nightmares are distressing dreams that can cause fear, anxiety, or even physical reactions. They often arise from unresolved stress, trauma, or anxiety disorders. While terrifying, they also signal the mind's attempt to process deep fears. Recurring dreams, where the same or a similar dream repeats over time, often carry unresolved psychological issues. These repeated messages from the subconscious urge the dreamer to pay attention to something important in their life. Dreams in different cultures and spirituality. Dreams have held a mystical and sacred significance across cultures for thousands of years. Long before science began to study them, ancient peoples believed dreams were bridges to other realms, portals to the divine, the spirit world, or the future itself. Ancient civilizations and dream interpretation. In ancient Mesopotamia, Egypt, and Greece, dreams were seen as messages from gods or ancestors. The Babylonians had specialized priests called dream interpreters who would analyze royal dreams to predict outcomes of battles. The Egyptians wrote extensive texts, like the Dream Book, detailing common dream symbols and their meanings. Prophetic and precognitive dreams across history and cultures. There have been countless reports of prophetic dreams, dreams that predict future events. In some societies, these dreams were revered and guided important decisions. In the Bible, Joseph interprets Pharaoh's dreams to foretell famine. Lucid dreaming and dream control. Lucid dreaming, the ability to be aware of and control one's dreams, has fascinated humans for centuries. Ancient Tibetan Buddhists practiced a form of lucid dreaming called dream yoga to gain spiritual insight and train the mind. In modern times, lucid dreaming is studied scientifically and used as a therapeutic technique to overcome nightmares or enhance creativity. The practical uses and future of dream researchers. Science progresses. We are beginning to unlock ways to use dreams to improve creativity, mental health, and even solve problems. Using dreams for creativity and problem-solving. Money. Famous creators credit their dreams for inspiration. The chemist Friedrich August Kekulo, for example, purportedly dreamed of a snake biting its own tail, which led him to understand the structure of the benzene molecule. Psychologists encourage people to use dream incubation, a technique where one sets an intention to dream about a specific problem before sleeping. Dream journaling and its benefits. Keeping a dream journal is a simple but powerful practice. Writing down dreams immediately after waking helps preserve details that are often quickly forgotten. Over time, this practice helps recognize patterns, recurring symbols, and emotional themes. Dream journaling also supports self-awareness and emotional healing. Dreams and mental health. Dreams can be windows into mental health. Nightmares and disturbed dreams are common in people with trauma or anxiety disorders. Techniques like lucid dreaming therapy have shown promise in helping individuals confront and reduce the power of nightmares. The mystery and magic behind dreams are not just random flickers of images. They are gateways into a realm where reality blends with imagination, where time bends and our deepest fears and desires come alive. The content of our dreams reflects a complex interplay of memories, emotions, and brain activity. The famous story of mathematician Srinivasa Ramanyan, who claimed to receive mathematical insights through dreams, exemplifies the brain's creative power during sleep. Dreams and the brain. One of the greatest mysteries of dreaming lies in how it connects with consciousness itself. During REM sleep, the prefrontal cortex responsible for logical thinking shows reduced activity, which may explain why dreams often defy logic. Meanwhile, areas linked to emotions, like the amygdala, become more active, which explains the vivid feelings experienced in dreams. This shift in brain function suggests that dreams are a unique state of consciousness. Dreams and the soul. Have you ever wondered why? In the quiet darkness of night, our mind paints stories so vivid. Dreams are the language of our soul, speaking to us when the world is silent. In that sacred space, a deeper, more honest version of ourselves awakens, a self that feels without judgment, remembers without fear, and hopes without limits. Our waking self clings to control, to reason, but in dreams, time bends and impossible things become possible. These moments remind us that life is more than the surface we see. Paying attention to dreams is like listening to a whisper from the deepest part of our being, a call to heal, to grow, and to live more fully. Abandoned warehouse, LAB-NIGHD lab is transformed. The cluttered space has been tidied, the mess of wires now organized. The somatic dream recorder is the focal point, its electrodes gleaming under the cold light. A separate gurney with a cushioned headrest and safety straps sits beside it. The atmosphere is a sterile mix of a science lab and an operating room. Liam sits on the gurney, his posture rigid. He's wearing a thin hospital gown. His face is pale, a mask of apprehension. Anna, in her lab coat, moves with practiced efficiency, attaching tiny sensors to his temples and wrists. Anatha, sedative, will keep your body from reacting to the vividness of the dream state. It's a saith, your eyes will still be able to move, which allows us to track the rapid eye movement. Liamand, if the failsafe fails, Aeon and Annette won't. I've run the simulations thousands of times. Her voice is calm, but her hands are precise. She places the headset over his head. It fits snugly, a web of delicate wires connecting to the console. Anna, you'll feel a slight pressure. That's the neural induction beginning. Don't fight it, just let go. The machine will do the rest. Liam nods, his eyes fluttering. He takes a deep, shaky breath. The rhythmic hum of the machine begins to fill the silent room. On the console, a series of data streams in Liam's heart rate, brain activity, and REM cycles appear on a monitor. Anna watches every detail, her face a portrait of intense concentration. The data stabilizes. Anna types a command, and the screen switches to a visual display. It's a distorted, pulsing gray field, the first visual manifestation of Liam's subconscious. Unname, in dream, SQ, UNS, CQA. The gray field dissolves into a vivid, terrifying scene. Liam is standing in a long, white hallway. It's a hospital corridor, sterile and endless. The walls are cracked and dark. Oily patches ooze from the fissures. The air is cold. a faint, rhythmic beeping sound echoes down the hallway. Liam starts walking, drawn toward the sound. As he moves, the walls distort, the cracks twisting into the shapes of twisted faces, their mouths wide in a silent scream. The beeping grows louder, faster. He reaches a single door. It's locked. He tries to open it, his hands fumbling with the handle. The beeping becomes frantic. A shrill and piercing alarm. End dream sequence signed. Abandoned warehouse, LAB, NIGHT on. The console, the dream imagery flashes rapidly. Anna watches as the image of a cracked hospital hallway appears on the screen. The rhythmic beeping sound, now a loud, insistent alarm, blares from the speakers. Ananias, a hospital. The dream is a hospital. What are you seeing, Liam? What's behind the door? Liam is twitching violently on the gurney. His heart rate is spiking, the vitals alarm flashing red. His eyes, though closed, are darting back and forth erratically. Liam. Stay with me. She tries to override the sedative, but a new alarm sounds. The screen flashes. System overload. Neural backfeed detected. A wave of feedback hits the console, and a sudden jolt runs through Anna's arm as she touches the controls. The dream imagery on the screen begins to warp, a new image fighting its way through Liam's dreamscape. The image of the cracked hospital hallway dissolves, replaced by a flash of a familiar, dark vortex. Anna's breath catches in her throat. It's her nightmare. The swirling colors, the muffled screams, and the glinting silver locket. For a split second, she can see it, clear as day, at the center of the chaotic display. A new, more aggressive alarm shrieks. The somatic dream recorder begins to smoke. And Chloe, now. Chloe, who had been monitoring from the side, rushes over. She grabs a fire extinguisher, and a dant fight the feedback. It's cross-contamination. I have to disconnect him. Anna grabs the headset, her hands trembling, and pulls it from Liam's head. The machine sputters and dies with a final, electrical crackle. Liam's body goes slack. The vitals return to a steady but weak pulse. He's breathing, but unconscious. The smoke alarm blares. Anna stares at the blackened console. Her nightmare had invaded Liam's mind. A terrifying, impossible link had just been established. The smoke alarm shrieks, a piercing sound in the silent room. Chloe frantically waves her hands at the sensor with a fire extinguisher, trying to silence it. The somatic dream recorder, a smoldering ruin, sits on the table. Anna ignores her focus entirely on Liam, who lies motionless on the gurney. She checks his pulse. It's weak, but steady. She runs a hand over his forehead, her touch surprisingly gentle. Cachulo Anna, he's barely breathing. We have to call an ambulance. Now. Anna shakes her head, her eyes fixed on the blackened console. Nino, we can't. Do you have any idea what they would do if they saw this? It would be another incident. And Liam, he's too important. KO, important. You almost killed him. You saw what happened. It was a neural backfeed. You're supposed to be a scientist, not a madwoman. Chloe's voice is thick with fear and anger. She tries to pull Anna away from the console, but Anna resists. A Honanetet wasn't a backfeed, Chloe, it was something else. Get me a secure terminal, now. I need to pull the last data log before the whole thing fries. Reluctantly, Chloe sets down the extinguisher and grabs a laptop, plugging a data cable into the ruined console. Sparks fly and Chloe flinches, but the laptop screen flickers to life. Anna's Fingers fly across the keyboard, bypassing corrupted files and digging for the raw data stream. A screen with a complex graph appears. One data line is Liam's neural activity. The other is a ghost signal, a chaotic but distinct pattern superimposed over his. KXLO, what is that? Anna doesn't respond. Her eyes are wide with a horrifying realization. She isolates the ghost signal and runs a quick diagnostic. It's mine. Chloe stares at her, uncomprehending. The ghost signal. It's a perfect match for my own cerebral mapping. When the machine overloaded my nightmare, my suppressed memory, it cross-contaminated his dream. Chloe, that's not possible. The machine isn't designed for that. That's exactly what Dr. Thorne said. That's what they all said. He was right to fire me. My technology isn't just about recording dreams. It's about sharing them. Anna's gaze shifts from the screen to Liam's unconscious face. A mixture of fear and triumph burns in her eyes. The terrifying thing she just witnessed is also the confirmation of her most radical theory. We have to get him to a hospital. We have to tell someone. And what would we tell them, Chloe? That I accidentally entered his mind and tried to break his brain? No. The answers are in him. My answers, and his. We don't go to them. We finish what we started. She unplugs the laptop, the data now secure. She stares at the unconscious Liam, a man whose mind now holds a piece of her own deepest secret. If tonight's journey touched something deep within you, let it linger and let it grow. Share this moment with someone who needs to dream again. Leave a thought in the comments, and if you haven't already, join our HypnoHelix family by liking, subscribing, and ringing the bell. Until next time, keep dreaming.